From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Rashad White. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And when those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Smith catches left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Mahomes going to throw. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Mahomes now to throw. That ball caught. It's Rice. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Yellow, yep.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Yellow. Let's go on, 80.
Smith trying to run for it. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. His 5th touchdown on the ground, number 8 overall. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Ravens nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense for the Chiefs, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he's taken down. Chiefs sack. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game, because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Given 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now 3rd down and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Mahomes now on the sneak. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak. No place to go.
White is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, good move. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Right back to him on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. The gain of 5. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And the Raven first down.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Yellow.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, with the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Chiefs had 8 and 8 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. First down, here's White. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He completes it right side to White. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I don't want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, a run from White. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
Yellow. 180.
Now Mahomes. That is caught. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rub their nose at it. And he's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The end result, 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing now is Mahomes. This is White on the screen. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashad White with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Butker now to add the extra point. And now it's blocked. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Now a 2nd and 6. Jackson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
He's got room past the 30, and he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
To kick off for Kansas City.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company. Yeah,
it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of it.
And he's caught at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 33 yards that time.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Jackson going to keep it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Now a 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now here's Mahomes. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner who's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
Hey, 43, 15.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That's good.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He finds Smith out of the backfield. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
First down, at their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And the Baltimore first down. A gain of 15.
Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 28 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff that we're looking for.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Get out!
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
Omar, ready?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Ready?
To throw is Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
I'm gonna quit, ready? Ready?
Jackson now. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kayshon Boutte, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the fourth. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down and 3. Mahomes going to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
He will get that out to the flat to White. And we'll pause here for an injury. I believe that's a running back. Yeah, that's Rashad White, who's shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. On the counter, it's Smith. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Was that the incorrect read or just more an error on the throw by the quarterback?
I lean more towards the latter because it seemed like he was open there, just missed him on the throw.
And a tough one to miss because now you're dealing with a 4th down. Here we go. This His fourth down.
Yellow.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with a football. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're so long way away from kneel down time. So you got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball secure. Don't turn it over. And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Whistles in a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They go play action now. Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to get the lead up to 4. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they haven't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Hey, color. Yellow. 180. Yellow. 15. Yellow. Come back.
Mahomes will do it himself. To Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good for Kansas City Chiefs.
Mahomes to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Smith.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
At the 49-yard line.
On Sunday.
Mahomes goes right back to Smith again.
Close to field goal range now. Get up, get set, and spike it.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's first and 10. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. They'll try again here. Second and 10. Mahomes will throw. Short pass caught by Henry. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
A big play looming on third down.
Yellow.
Mahomes. That is caught. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are on the field?
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
Yellow. I don't need to. There's a water, right? Yellow.
Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his helmet. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And now a tough spot here. This is third and 10.
Yellow. Yellow.
Here's Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Jackson going to keep it. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Kansas City, they do get the victory that pushes them over 500 for the season as they finish at 9-8. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it'll be double digits in losses as they fall to 7-10 for their final mark. And I think you have to say ultimately this was a team that really underachieved. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Wild little piece. Lord, how I gave my parents fist. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run the night. Daddy took me hunting when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy, hold this. Told my cousin, you better run. Last time